I start the stage.
Ruben not joining?
No, he's at a wedding.
Ah.
We are live now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, walking.
Okay, I'll check your YouTube. Maybe. So on YouTube, I hear the sound, but I see only the thumbnail so far.
It should come now.
Okay, yeah, it's good. Let's start in 2 minutes, even if there is no audience on Discord, because the live is still watched later on YouTube.
I think I'll need some time.
I would be ready, more or less. Let me see. Now, yes, now more ready than less ready.
Yes, and let's start, and yeah, maybe give a few words, and let's start. Yeah, Alex, you you can go ahead.
Are we live on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, then welcome to our weekly demo. Yeah, Ruben's out today, but that will not stop us from showing you what we did this week. And yeah, last time we had some issues with our YouTube stream, so I think most of the things you will see, have already been presented. So yeah. That being said, I'll start showing you what I've been working on the last couple weeks. Generally, my goal in the last couple weeks and still ongoing is to improve the general experience for Git sync. So this will improve the local development experience and the ability to sync back your changes from your local repo to Windmill, but also the other way around to kind of pull changes from your local repo to Windmill from the UI and make sure that the settings between the two are in sync, which right now is kind of a struggle because you have to manually manage the files. And once this is live, it should be really seamless, like simple CLI commands to push and pull without worrying too much in which workspace you are or what kind of settings you might have that are different. Can you guys see my screen? Just not 100%. Okay, cool. So that being said, this is currently my work in progress. We'll probably do some UI improvements. Basically now we'll have per repo settings like path filters and type filters rather than global ones and exclusions, which was also a bit more confusing. Then the ability to pull and push settings themselves. So for example, if I change something here, it will basically show me that I've modified it. Do I want to apply what is coming from the repo? So in my repo, I have this to false. So if I apply, it will revert back to what I previously had. You can do the whole thing not only for settings, but for all the scripts that are set up in the repo. So if I do this here, it will tell me, okay, you're going to delete a lot of stuff, and you're also going to modify this file. Do you really want to do it? Yes, I want to do it. And then it's gonna basically pull the stuff from the Git repo to your Windmill workspace. The same goes for the other way around. So pushing, you can push or force push basically what you have in your workspace and initialize a new Git repo. Imagine you do it for the first time, this will initialize it, but also it's kind of a force push if you kind of want to reset whatever you have in the folder. And then the settings, whether you want to have a branch per deployed object for the automated Git sync. So this is what we have on the UI side. I've been working on the CLI as well. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So here I'm running locally, but imagine this would be the Windmill CLI, and we have a settings pull and push command now, which is new, just specifically for the settings.yaml. And making sure that you can kind of manually sync these things here. The next step will be to basically support multiple workspaces within the same repo, so you could have like Windmill YAML file that has different settings depending on what workspace flag you're working on. So yeah, expect some improvements there soon. And yeah, with that, I'll hand it over to who's ever gonna go next.
I can go next. Thanks.
Yeah.
So let me share my screen. All right. So yeah, I mean we've shown this already last week, but let's show it again. So I've been working on adding a chat to the flow builder with the goal to basically being able to create, modify the flow just with text. So here you can already see it on the screen, and it's on the right. You can use the Command L or Control L shortcut to open it. And once it's open, you can just type what you want. So let's try it out. I'm gonna ask it quite a simple use case where you want to list get the unpaid Stripe invoices and then send a reminder email to each customer. So let me just write the prompt. So I'm just going to add an additional instruction here because we've had some issue with Claude and rate limiting recently. So I'll ask him to go step by step and ask for my confirmation. All right, let's start. So we see here that it will first look for on the workspace and on the hub if it can find relevant script to do the step I asked. Here we see that it found some in the workspace in the hub, but it will use the one from the hub because it's more appropriate. And then it details how we will build the flow and then ask me a question of how to proceed. So I didn't say how we would send the email. So let's use SendGrid. For the Stripe resource, I'm gonna say that I want to use a flow input. And then for the reminder email content, I'm gonna say write it for me. Let's go. All right, so it added the first step. So this is the path it got from the hub. Now it's looking at the inputs. It set it correctly to the flow inputs, and so then it goes to the next step. Here we'll filter the invoices to only keep the ones which are unpaid. So here we see the code which was updated on the script editor. And then now we will connect the invoices input to the previous step. So that works as well. Then it will add the for loop, which correctly uses the result of step B to loop through it. And yeah, okay. Sadly, we're getting quite a bit of issues with Claude, as I said at the beginning. So it would continue, but basically, I think you get the idea. You basically tell it what you want to do, and it will do it. It doesn't have to be a complete flow. You can just ask it to change a step or connect specific inputs and so on, and it will do it. Yeah, I think we have a demo prepared, like a demo video prepared, which will release soon. So you'll be able to see more in this. But it's pretty self explainable, and as you try it out, it will be quite clear how to use it. But yeah, that's all for me. I think it's best Farhad go next, as his feature is quite similar to. I mean, it's quite connected to what I've just shown.
Yep, I can go. Thank you, Hugo. So yeah, Hugo showed you a little. Can you see my screen? Yep, okay. Yeah, so Hugo showed you a little bit of what we've both been worked on. So yeah, now you have access to the AI chat from anywhere in the app. It's accessible from this little shiny button here. So it has 3 modes. The flow mode is what Hugo showed you. And now there is also a navigator mode that can help you find what you're looking for in the application. So we can test, for example, with this little suggestion. What it does in the background is it fetches our official documentation and looks in the screen for what is available and clicks on the buttons that are available. So here, for example, it clicked on this little button here and led you to the page you were asking for. It also drops some links, from our documentation if you want to know more about a feature. So yeah, this is the navigator mode. You can try with a lot of other things. Don't hesitate to try it out. It's already available in the application. What you want to know also is that it integrates with our existing script AI. So here, as you can see, it switches to script mode, and you can ask something as before, and it will work as it did before. And yeah, it's the same chat for the flow also. So it has 3 modes: script, flow, and navigator. And yeah, that's it. Don't hesitate to try it out and let us know how it works. And yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't know, Dieriba, maybe if you have something to show.
So now you can cancel the jobs, or you can do a Control-C to cancel it too, and it's okay. The same as before. And that was all for me. Diego, maybe?
Yes. Yes. Can you stop sharing your screen? Yeah, thanks. Okay, does it work? It seems.
Yep, we can see you.
Yeah. So, so I'll talk about DuckDB. As you know, you can now use the S3 flag in SQL to stream to S3, like that. But before, when you do that, have a file in S3, and you'd have to process it in Python with DuckDB, or like you'd have to use a scripting language basically. Now you can simply use the DuckDB language, which is standalone, and it supports like passing objects as files as follows. So you can really do something like that. So this will stream to S3 and as a Parquet file, because you can configure it like that, and you can read it like so directly in SQL. So yeah, it supports everything from DuckDB. You can also do copy to other storages. It uses the workspace storages. So this syntax is for the primary storage, and this is for every secondary storage. By the way, a file like that passes an argument is automatically converted into into this syntax in the background. So yeah. You can also integrate with every database on that you have configured on your Windmill workspace, which includes like Postgres. Not all. Sorry, like only Postgres, MySQL, and BigQuery, because DuckDB doesn't support the other ones. And yeah, I think that's
a quick question. Did you switch something on the YouTube stream when you went live?
No. Sometimes it does that. Okay, it should be good now.
Let me just check.
Yeah. Yeah, it will come back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. But yeah, you can integrate with basically every database with this syntax. So the standard Windmill resource syntax, and yeah, it works with BigQuery, MySQL. Yeah, that's it for me. Maybe I don't know who didn't go. Ash, I think you didn't go.
Yeah, I can go. Can I? Yes, cool. Okay, nice. I hope you can see the screen. Yeah, I think you can. So yeah, I've been working on like all the features I also said last week, but I will repeat it this time so it can be visible on YouTube. So I've done Rust resources. So you can press this button here, select your resource, and it will put all the generated code here with like all the essential things you would want to have, and it will also be typed like strongly typed, and it will also have the nested values if you have. So you can also put it to arguments and select whatever resource you have, and it will work as usual. The same is for Go. It is ready, but it's waiting for the merge and will be released pretty soon. Another thing I was working on is Rust SDK. So it's work in progress, but almost done. But when it's done, you can have your Rust script. You can import Windmill. It will be available on Crate, so you don't need to put this long path. And after that, you can basically import and use a Vimeo client you used to in Python, but in Rust as well. So if you want to read, you can check this out. It's pretty simple. It has some syntactic sugar like this automatic type coercion, or automatic variable parsing. And it also has a pretty important thing that it exposes all the APIs of the Windmill server to the client, and you can select, like, you can call them with this syntax. Here, for example, I call exist script by path. It returns Boolean, and if it does, then I print true. Okay, so it also supports async. If you toggle the feature async here, it will just reorganize everything and make every function async. So you would just need to await every function, every call you have to SDK. It's really useful for external development because like this inline this Rust in Vimeo doesn't support async, at least for now, and you might want to have async in your SDK. Yeah, the other thing I've done is I increased the Python Rust compilation times. Now it's now there is a shared build directory for Rust, and whenever you run script again, it will not build from the scratch. It will use the already existing cache, and it will do it much faster. And the other thing I was working on, I hope you can see. No, okay. Wait a second. I will change the screen. Actually, it's fine. I will just create a script. This change is related to Python. It introduces inline script metadata, which is part of the Python standard. It introduces this syntax where you can select your dependencies, and you can select a Python version you want to run for the script. It is compatible with other tools like UV, and it makes sense to have it here for compatibility with the same UV, for instance. And it also, this change required to refactor our Python selection logic. So instead of having just usual Py3.12 annotation that you could use to select Python version it would run, you can also select with slightly different syntax, and you can just add double quote here and then use version specifiers to select your version. For example, you want something like this, and it will compile, and Vimeo will tell you if you've done something wrong and there is conflicts. And if there is no, it will just select the most appropriate version and run it. So these two features are already deployed, so you can use it. We will write more documentation to changelog a bit later. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Henry, have you something to say? I think.
Yeah, I don't have any engineering feature to showcase for the week. But yeah, thanks everyone for the demos. Maybe let's give a few seconds for everyone to ask questions, but I think we're good so far. For the Okay, I think we're good. So thank you, and you can watch the live back on YouTube. Bye. See you next week.
Yeah.